Welcome to today's video when we're going to talk about the severe weather for today and tomorrow and about the warm above average temperatures in Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas. Let's get started. Alright everyone, so we got slight severe weather in Kansas, Missouri today. We can see then we got margin risks in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa we can see, and even Mississippi and Louisiana a little up too we can see also, guys. Then we got a tornado risk for today. We got in Kansas a 2% tornado risk, in Missouri we can see also. Alright, we can see we got a wind risk for today. We got a 5% wind risk in Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana a little off, Arkansas, we can see Oklahoma, Kansas, and we got a 15% wind risk for Kansas and Missouri. We can see also and a 5% wind risk for Iowa and Missouri. Alright everyone, so we can see our hail risk for today. We got a 15% hail risk in Kansas and Missouri. Then a 5% hail risk for Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa. We can see North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa. We can see also on here. Alright, we got our severe weather risk for tomorrow. We can see we got a slight risk of severe weather in Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, margin risk in Iowa, Mississippi, South Carolina. We can see Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa. We can see also on here Oklahoma, Arkansas. We can see also on there too. So let's move on to our let's move on to our tornado risk for tomorrow. We got 2% tornado risk in Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas. We can see also on here. Then we got a wind risk for tomorrow. We got 15% wind risk in Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, and 5% wind risk in South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. We can see also. Then we got a hail risk for tomorrow. We can see we got a 15% hail risk for Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and a 5% hail risk for Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama. We can see Georgia, South Carolina, Iowa, in South Dakota and Minnesota. We can see also on here, guys. So let's move on to our radar projections now. Alright everyone, so just our radar projections, we can see we got around 6 p.m. tonight. We could have some storms in Oklahoma starting to form, maybe a storm in Missouri, maybe a storm in Tennessee, maybe some storms down here in Texas we can see also, guys, and maybe some rain up in South Dakota and North Dakota we can see also. Then 7 p.m. we can see we got some storms in Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas we can see on here, Missouri, Iowa we got some rain too. North South Dakota, we could have some maybe rain too, maybe a storm in Missouri trying to form, maybe a storm in Tennessee. Also, we can see on here, guys, too. We can see also, too, on here. So, yeah. Now we got 8 p.m. we can see. Remember, that's my time zone's 9 p.m. and this is 8 p.m. Central. So, 8 p.m. Central time in Kansas, we got a storm, Oklahoma, Texas, rain in Iowa, rain in Minnesota, maybe a potential storm in South Dakota we can maybe see also on here. Two, guys, and maybe a storm in Alabama we can see also on here. Then 9 p.m. comes along. We still have some scattered storms maybe in Oklahoma, Texas, in Mississippi, Alabama we can see maybe also on here. Maybe some storm maybe in Illinois and Iowa we can maybe see also, two, guys, on here. Maybe a rain in Minnesota, maybe a storm in North and South Dakota we can see. 11 p.m. we can see maybe we have a storm trying to form in Kansas, maybe rain in Iowa we can have, maybe a potential storm there too. We can see rain in Minnesota maybe also, maybe a storm in Alabama we can see also too, guys. So yeah. Then we can see 11 p.m. on here. We have a storm in Missouri. We can see a storm in Iowa, a storm in Illinois maybe also, maybe rain in Wisconsin we can see, and also Minnesota. We can see maybe a potential storm in South Dakota and North Dakota potentially we can see. Maybe some rain up in Montana, maybe some rain in Colorado. You can see maybe a storm in Missouri and maybe a storm in China, maybe a rain in Alabama. Alright, so then 1 a.m. we can see a storm's trying to form in Missouri. We can see around midnight tonight. We can see 1 o'clock in the morning. We can see also midnight, I would say. We get storms in Iowa. We can see a storm in Illinois. We can have maybe also on here. You can see maybe rain in South Dakota, maybe North Dakota. Then 1 a.m. we can see our storm starting to get stronger. We can see in Missouri we can have overnight storms tonight. We can see maybe a storm in rain in Iowa, rain in Minnesota, maybe rain in Wisconsin. We can see maybe some rain in Illinois potentially too. We can see maybe a storm in South Dakota and North Dakota. Alright, 2 o'clock in the morning we have a line of storms in Missouri and Illinois we can see also on here too, guys. So see that. Then we can have some rain in Indiana. We can see maybe rain in South Dakota, maybe rain in Wyoming, Colorado we can see also. Then 3 o'clock in the morning we got a line of storms forming with stronger can see in Missouri, Illinois, potentially. Rain in Indiana, we can see also rain in Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, we can see rain in Colorado. We can see also on here too, guys, for Monday at 3 in the morning. And 4 in the morning, our storm starts getting stronger. We can see this is going to be overnight storms potentially tonight. We can see in Missouri, Illinois, we have maybe a storm too. Maybe a storm up here in North and South Dakota potentially too. Also, rain in Indiana, we can see Illinois potentially too. Also, then by 5 in the morning, our storm starts to go down a bit. We can see in Missouri and Illinois. We get some rain in Colorado. We can see also on here. And rain in Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota. We can see a storm in North and South Dakota. We can see. Then we can see 6 in the morning. Our storm's still going, but it looks like it's one part of it's still stronger. It's getting weaker. We can maybe see in some spots, but we can see the storm's growing in Illinois a little bit. But this could change for tonight a bit. It might not happen, or it could happen. Just gonna see what happens. So, got rain in Indiana. We can see. And we can see 7 in the morning. Our storm starts to weaken even more, but we can see there's still a part of the storm that's strong. We can maybe have a storm forming up here in Minnesota. We can see at 7 a.m. Storm and rain in Illinois in some parts. Indiana we can see also. Then we can see 8 in the morning. We still have a storm going on in Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri. We can see rain in Colorado, rain in Minnesota. We can see also. And we can see 9 in the morning. We got a storm forming in Kentucky. A storm keep going on in Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, Arkansas. Rain in Colorado, Nebraska. Rain in Minnesota. Rain in Wisconsin. Rain in Illinois, Indiana. Then we can see 10 in the morning on Monday. We still have a line of storms going down here to the south here. You can see in Kentucky, Tennessee. We can see also, but this could change a lot before then. But I'm saying this could potentially happen, guys. So maybe rain in Colorado. Then we can see by looks like 11 in the morning, our storm is officially down a lot. So it looks like it's mostly rain at this point. We can see in Kentucky, maybe some heavier rain in parts of Kentucky. Maybe some rain in Colorado and Nebraska. Maybe a pop-up storm in Iowa. We can have also too, guys. Alright, so then we can see by 3 p.m. our storm starts to go down here. We can see we have a storm going on in Mississippi now, in Alabama. We can see maybe some rain in Tennessee, Kentucky, rain in Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska. Maybe a storm in Wyoming trying to form. We can see. Then we can see 4 p.m. on Monday. We got a storm trying to form in Wyoming, some storms trying to form in Colorado and Texas. We can see also on here. And we can see 6 p.m. we got a storm trying to form in Colorado, Kansas. We can see Texas, even Arkansas. Maybe storms trying to form in part of Alabama, Mississippi, and the Florida Peninsula. We can see also we got rain in Nebraska. Maybe a storm in Nebraska too also. Then we can see 9 p.m. tomorrow night. We can see we got a storm in Louisiana forming. We can see storms in Colorado trying to form, Oklahoma, Nebraska, South Dakota. We can see also Montana. We got some rain also. In Oklahoma, we can see has some storms too. In New Mexico. Then we can see overnight. We can see that also. Then we can see midnight on here, guys. We could have a storm in Mississippi. Looks like maybe some rain in Kentucky, maybe a storm over here in Colorado and Kansas and Nebraska. We can see maybe some rain up in Montana. We can see also on here too, guys. See maybe some rain in Oklahoma. Then we can see by 1 o'clock in the morning our storm in Mississippi is still going on, but it's not as strong. But we got a storm looks like over here in Kansas too, and maybe some storms in Montana. We can see also too, guys. Maybe a storm in Kentucky and Tennessee. So let's talk about our above average temperatures is coming to Oklahoma, part of Texas, and Kansas tomorrow. So let's get to that now. Alright everyone, so this is our temperatures for tomorrow. We can see we're already at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So it says 10 a.m. because it's Eastern Standard. So this is Central. This is 9 a.m. We can see we're already in the 80s in Oklahoma and parts of Texas. 70s. You can see in parts of Kansas higher 70s. You can see also on here. Then we got 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're in the middle 80s. We can see 86, 84, 82. 81 in parts of Kansas we can see, 86 to 88 in parts of Texas, or even near 90, almost at 10 in the morning. You can see. Then 11 o'clock, you see we're already in the 90s in parts of Oklahoma. We can see parts of Texas were already in the 90s too, higher 80s, higher mid 80s in Kansas. We can see in some spots, we can see 85 in Arkansas. Then we can see noon, we're already in the middle 90s. We can see in Oklahoma, Arkansas, we're in the higher 80s. We can see Louisiana, we're in higher 80s. We can see Texas, we're in the 90s. We can see also on here. And we can see by 1 p.m. already at mid 90s, 97, 95 by 1 already, 94, 90, 90 in Arkansas, 91 in Louisiana. We see Mississippi, 89. We can see also Alabama, 86. See, even parts of Kansas were in the 90s already. We can see 2 p.m. everyone, we're already at 96, 97 in Oklahoma, 98, 99, 95 in Oklahoma. Kansas we're in 93. Texas we're in the 90s too. We can see also on here. Alright, then we can see every p.m. on here everyone. We're already at 100 degrees in Oklahoma. In Texas, we can see also Arkansas, we're in the 90s too. Louisiana, we're in the 90s too. Kansas, we're in the 90s. Nebraska, we're in the 80s too. And Iowa, we're in the 80s too, also on here. Then we can see 4 p.m. comes along. We're at 101 in parts of Oklahoma. 100 in Texas, we can see. 90s in Texas, and maybe even 95 in maybe parts of Kansas, we can see also on here. In the evening hours, we can see by 10 p.m. we're still in the 90s in some parts of Texas, 80s in parts of Oklahoma. We see Texas in the 80s too, in Kansas maybe in the higher 70s too. So let's move on to how above average we're going to be tomorrow. Alright, we can see we got 11 a.m. This is how above average we're going to be. We're going to be 12 degrees above average in Oklahoma, 10 degrees. Kansas, we're about 10 degrees above average. Texas, we're about 10 degrees above average too. Arkansas, we're about 9 degrees above average. Colorado, we can see about 5 degrees above average. See in parts of Kansas, we can see about 10 degrees above average too. Then we can see by 2 p.m. we're about 15 degrees above average in Oklahoma. Texas, we're 13 degrees above average. Arkansas, we're 13. We can see Kansas about 13 to 14 degrees above average. We can see also on here too. Nebraska, we're about 10 degrees above average too. We can see. Then 5 p.m. tomorrow, we can see 15 degrees above average in Oklahoma. In Texas, we're about 12 degrees above average too. In Kansas, we're about 11 to 13 degrees above average. In Texas, about 10 to 12 degrees above normal too. We can see also on here too, guys. So yeah. Then 8 p.m. we're still above average in some places like Texas. We're 13 degrees above average. You can see 11 degrees above average, 12 degrees above average. You can see on here 7 and 11 degrees above average in Texas and 13 degrees above average. So hope you learned something new in this video today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the notification bell. You never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.